Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you to bring you all the live play-by-play action tonight of Eastern Arizona College women's basketball. The record-setting Eastern Arizona College women's basketball. They come into tonight 15-0, which is an all-time record, and ranked number 10 in the country, which is an all-time record under first-year head coach Angelica DePaulo. They take on the 3-11 Glendale Gauchos tonight. The starting lineup for Stephen Carter tonight and the Gauchos. A sophomore guard from Buckeye, 0, Clarissa Lopez. A freshman from El Mirage, number 1, Raima Salam. A sophomore guard, number 5, Lauren McIver. A freshman guard, number 10, Anaya Dade. And a sophomore guard from Castro Valley, California, number 24, Kelsey Uto. The starting lineup for Angelica DePaulo tonight, a 5'11 sophomore from Eugene, Oregon, number 1, Tiara Bolden. A 5'11 sophomore from Anchorage, Alaska, number 5, Sky Miller. A 6'1 freshman from Mexico, number 14, Elva Chavez. A 5'10 sophomore from Goodyear, number 23, Cassidy Dixon. And a 6'1 sophomore from Carlsbad, New Mexico, number 25, Shalance Montoya. That is the starting lineup for the undefeated 10th-ranked Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters in their home white uniforms tonight with purple numbers and letters. The Gauchos in their road red uniforms with black and white trim. We're ready to go. Eastern had a big win on Saturday at South Mountain, 68-44. They're ready to go here. Montoya will jump center with Salam. Now ready to get this ACCAC women's basketball game underway. The toss, the tap, one into the hands of Eastern Arizona College's Sky Miller. To Cassidy Dixon, left side. Out on top to Tiara Bolden. Right side to Miller, back on top to Bolden. Left side to Dixon. Dixon down low to Montoya. Montoya spins. Double team comes. Blocked on her way up. Gets it back and muscles her way up and in for Montoya. 2-0 ball game. Eastern on top. These two coaches coached on the same staff once upon a time, DePaulo and Carter. Talked to Coach DePaulo about that before the game. She knows Coach Carter really well. Into the front court. Around and up. No good for Salam. Rebounded by Eastern into the hands of Dixon, stolen away by McIver. She's on the run all alone, coast to coast, and lays it up and in. 2-2 ball game here between Eastern and Glendale. Bolden will bring it into the front court, left to right. Left side to Dixon, in the lane to Miller. Miller kicks it left side to Chavez. Chavez back near side to Bolden. Thinks about the three, instead finds Miller, back to Bolden. 12-foot jumper right side, good for Tiara Bolden. Nice ball movement by the Monsters to start here against the zone of Glendale. That's the key to beating the zone defense. You got to keep the ball moving. McIver all the way into the right corner, loses a defender, fires a three and buries it. Just a 2, says the far side official. Just a 2 for. So a 4-4 ball game. Down low to Montoya. She goes to the glass, can't hit. Gets her own rebound though. And it's touched out of bounds by Glendale. Uto was trying to steal the ball back from Montoya, and she was standing out of bounds, so that will give it back to Eastern. Dixon will inbound baseline left. A steal on the inbound by Dade, and she's fouled on the backcourt by the Monsters. The foul will go on Tiara Bolden, her first team foul. It will be Gaucho basketball in the backcourt left. Dade will inbound. Into McIver, who runs the point for the Gauchos. Left side to Dade. Works against Chavez, way out on front. Hands it off to McIver. She'll come left on the dribble against Dixon. Gets into the lane. Throws it up. Can't hit, but a foul going to be called on Dixon. That'll be her second team foul. And that'll put number 5, Lauren McIver, at the line, a sophomore from Phoenix for the Gauchos. 4-4 ball game. Fires her first, in and out, no good. Second one on the way by McIver. That one is up and good. 5-4 lead for the Gauchos, 2 minutes into this first quarter. Bolden will bring it into the front court. Works against McIver, way out on top. Near side to Miller. Miller on top to Bolden. Left side to Dixon. Dixon finds a cutting Miller. Left side, she's going to fire a three from there and buries it for Sky Miller from the left corner. And that gives Eastern a 7-5 lead. They ran her off a screen all the way around the baseline, and she just caught and shot. McIver into the front court. Left side now to Lopez. On top to Dade. Dade comes left on Chavez. Kicks it in the corner to Lopez. She drives left baseline, cut off there by Bolden. 8 to shoot. To McIver. Fires a three. Back iron won't go. And Montoya clears the rebound for Eastern. She'll find Bolden. Into the front court. Left corner to Miller. Miller down low to Chavez. 8-foot turnaround. Rolls. Good for Elva Chavez. And it's a 9-5 Monster lead. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dade into the front court. Trying to find McIver. Stolen away by Dixon, but she can't hang on to it. Kicks it out of bounds into the far front row of the bleachers, and it will be Gaucho basketball front court right. McIver will inbound for the Gauchos. In on top to Lopez. Lopez goes right around the screen. She'll pull up from 5 on the run. Too hard around the rim. Rebounded by Chavez for the Monsters. She'll bring it in the front court herself. Left to right. Leaves it on top to Dixon. Right corner to Miller. Miller on top to Bolden. Bolden goes left into the corner to Chavez. She's going to fire a three. Side of the backboard, but she gets her own rebound. Chased down by McIver, though, and stolen. McIver against Dixon to the glass, and a foul called on Cassidy Dixon. That'll be her second, and Coach DePaulo looking down the bench to see who's coming in for Dixon. That'll put McIver back at the line to shoot 2 more free throws for the Gauchos. 9-5, Eastern lead, 6:28 to play in the first quarter. McIver's first is off the back iron, no good. And McIver will get one more for the Gauchos. Fires that one on the way and rattles home. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 10, Victoria Santana, the 5'9 freshman from Santo Andre, Brazil. Speaking of Brazil, saw former Gila Monster Natalia Hausman here tonight. Her and her parents here at KATO Gymnasium to watch this one, also from Brazil. Into the front court, right side, Miller with it. Eastern up 9-6 to Bolden. Bolden left side to Chavez. Chavez on top to Miller. Miller down low to Montoya. Double team comes. She's going to turn around from the elbow. In and out, no good. Sky Miller skies for the rebound. Out to Santana. Down low to Montoya. To the glass. And a traveling violation called against Montoya. It'll be a turnover back to the Gauchos. Montoya thought she got fouled on the way up. Her teammates had to tell her they called a travel. Poked out of bounds by Santana on the inbound. Now Dade will inbound again for the Gauchos. Into McIver. 3-point lead for Eastern. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter of this one. Salam with the basketball against Montoya. Across the paint. Back to Yuto. Yuto comes left on the dribble. Out to Lopez. Lopez drives, and she's going to be fouled on a trip by Bolden. That'll be her second and the 4th team foul. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 44, Gracie Sorensen, the 6'4 freshman from Syracuse, Utah. Also into the lineup, number 4, Elena Payway. And inbounds and out of bounds back to the Monsters as McIver dribbled on the inline. Into the front court, left side. Miller with the basketball, down low to Sorensen. She'll go lefty to the glass, can't hit. Dade with the rebound. She'll sprint it into the front court against Santana. 10 against 10. Running floater left-handed is good for Anaya Dade. Makes it a 9-8 Eastern lead. Left side, Miller with the basketball. She'll come right, gets into the lane, loses the handle, and a reach-in foul going to be called on the way by against the Gauchos. The first foul against them in the quarter. The foul will go on number 1, Rahima Salam. That is her first. Into the lineup for the Gauchos, number 15, Kayani Yuto. Into the corner to Santana, fires the three, back iron won't go. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez pushes it in the front court to Dade, left side. Dade drives against Chavez, and a foul called on Chavez, and that will be the 5th foul already on the Monsters. And Glendale will go to the line to shoot the remaining 4:58 of the first quarter. 9-8 Eastern leads, but Dade at the line to shoot free throws. This will be the 5th and the 6th free throw attempt of the first quarter already for the Gauchos, and Dade's first is around and off. And now Dade back to the line for her second. That one is off, no good. Actually didn't hit any rim, so that will be a violation. And Eastern will inbound. 4:58 to play. 9-8 in the first quarter, 9-8 Eastern on top. Santana swings around to Miller, back on top to Santana to Payway. Payway drives in the lane, leaves it to Miller. Miller down to Sorensen, double team, shovel pass stolen away by Yuto. Yuto on the run into the front court against Santana. Leaves it on top to Yuto, back to Yuto for three, good from the right side for Kaylani Yuto. And that gives Glendale an 11-9 lead with 4.5 to play. Timeout, Eastern. 4:26 to play in the first quarter. Glendale 11, Eastern 9. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Noah Goli. I'm from Oregon. I'm studying business, and come see the team take on AZ Western at 5:30 p.m. January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Kalia Montoya. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Basketball at midcourt. Chavez gets it into Santana. Works against Yuto at the top of the key. Swings it now to Payway. Down low to Sorensen. Wide open Santana. Right side. Jumper in and out, no good. Rebounded by Lopez for the Gauchos. She'll bring it into the front court right side. Hands it off on top to Yuto. Yuto goes right against Santana. To the glass. Can't hit the layup, and it's kicked out of bounds off of Sky Miller. It'll stay with Glendale with 20 on the shot clock. Set to inbound for the Gauchos is Clarissa Lopez, baseline right. Set to inbound, gets it into Yuto, on top to Yuto. Back to Lopez, she'll come to the near side, gives it back to Yuto. Down low to Dade, works against Chavez. 9 to shoot. Dade goes left on Chavez, poked away by Sorensen on the entry pass to Salam, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll stay with Glendale with 4 to shoot. Yuto will inbound, baseline left. Gets it into Lopez. Lopez fires a three, back iron won't go, but draws iron, rebounded by Yuto. Out to Yuto, that won't go, and Payway pulls it down for Eastern. Dribbles through traffic into the front court, leaves it for Santana. Santana down low to Sorensen, lefty to the glass, and good for Gracie Sorensen. Nice feed down low by Santana. She was wide open for three, but got it down low to Sorensen, who laid it up left-handed. Uto into the front court, and a jump ball called as Payway tied her up. Alternating possession will stay with Glendale with 3:11 to play in the first quarter, tied at ones. Uto will inbound, front court right for the Gauchos. In on top to Dade. She'll come left around a Salam screen. Steps back for a quick three. Back iron, no. Rebounded by, who's that? Sky Miller in the middle of the lane for the Monsters. Into the front court with Santana now. She'll go left. Picks up her dribble, leaves it to Sorensen, who gives it right back to Santana. She's going to fire a long three. Good for Santana. Same spot, same result. Second of the game for Victoria Santana. And Eastern back on top, 14-11 with 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Uto into the front court, poked away by Santana. Into the Glendale lineup, a whole line shift. They'll go with 32, Mahala Long. Number 33, Anna Hunter. Number 15, Uto still on the floor. And McIver as well. Into the front court, Lopez with it. Goes right, and an offensive foul called down low against Glendale. 33, Anna Hunter will pick up her first. And the second team foul, turnover back to Eastern Arizona. 2:20 to play, first quarter, 14-11, Monsters on top. Trying to stay undefeated on the season, 16-0 if they get a win here tonight. Down low to Sorensen. Sorensen leaves it to Miller in the lane, and she's hit on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot two. The foul will go on 32, Mahala Long. That'll be her first. And to the line to shoot two free throws will be Sky Miller. First one by Miller is up and good. She'll get one more. Monsters lead by 4. Second one rolls in as well for Sky. And a near turnover on the inbounds, but McIver chases it down for the Gauchos. Right side. On top to Long. Long back to McIver. Swings it around near side to Lopez. Lopez on top to McIver. She's going to take a long three. That rattles home for her. Makes it 16-14. Monsters on top with 1:42 to play in the first quarter. And a whistle away from the basketball, far side. Foul will be on number 5, Lauren McIver, her first. And it will be Eastern ball, front court left. Sky Miller will inbound. Into Santana in the left corner. Hassled there by Long, dribbles out of it. She's going to take a three. Back iron won't go. Rebound is loose, pulled down by Sorensen, and she can't hang on to it as she hits the deck. It'll be a turnover back to South Mountain. Excuse me, South Mountain. I was reading South Mountain instead of saying Glendale. I was looking up the individual leaders in points per game here in the women's side of the ACCAC. Into the front court, McIver with the basketball on top to Long. Left side to Maya Cobb, who's into the lineup. On top to McIver. She'll drive left, gets to the lane. Can't hit the shot, but she's fouled by Santana, and she'll go back to the line to shoot two. That's the first on Santana. Looking at the scoring stats this year for the Monsters, leading scorer Sky Miller at 14 points a game. Victoria Santana at 10.1 points a game. Cassidy Dixon at 9.3 points per game. And Tiara Bolden at 8.2. Addison Malone at 9.9. So Monsters have 2 players over double digits, but 3 more just under. McIver's first free throw is good. From behind the arc this year for the Monsters, they've got several over 30% shooting from 3. And a false start, 5-yard penalty. Replay the down. Nope, everybody in the lane too soon without the shooter shooting. That's a violation against Glendale. It will be Eastern basketball after the turnover. 16-15, Monsters lead. 70 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Santana into the front court to Miller, left side. On top to Santana, right side to Payway. Into the corner to Miller. Sky fakes the three, now drives, runs into a fender, finds Montoya, and throws it up and in. What a drive and dish. And then the steal by Santana back to Miller, and she's fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Nice hustle between Santana and Miller on that possession. The foul will go on 12, Maya Cobb. Both teams now with 5 team fouls, and Miller to the line to shoot two for the Monsters. So the officials say count the basket for Sky Miller. This is even Sky Miller said, I didn't make that. But one shot and one for Sky Miller. Give her three, 21-15. Monsters on top. All right, we'll take it. 46 seconds to play first quarter. Monsters up 21-15. On top, long with it, right side to Cobb. Out on top to McIver. She'll go left, has some room, fires the three, banks it off, no good. Off to Payway on the run. Into the front court to Miller, to the glass, and lays it up and in for Sky Miller. She's one of the best, and a foul on Santana on the inbound, and that's going to put Glendale at the line to shoot two. That's going to be the second on Santana, and Coach DePaulo looking down the bench, looking for somebody. What I was about to say about Sky Miller, she's one of the best that has played at Eastern doing this, diving to the basket. She's one of the best in the league this year at doing it as well. McIver's first is around and off, no good. 20 seconds to play in the first quarter, 23-15, Monsters on top. It was tied at 11. Eastern has gone on a 12-4 run since. Second free throw is around and off as well. Montoya with the rebound for Eastern. Leaves it off to Santana, 15 to shoot. Into the front court. She'll go left, now on top to Payway. Down to 8. Payway gets a screen, she'll drive in the lane, loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds with 3.9 to play in the quarter. Glendale will inbound. Cobb to inbound. Lobs it in to McIver near the time stripe. 2 seconds. She's going to drive on Miller. Can't hit the shot. And that's the way the first quarter comes to an end. The score, Eastern 23, Glendale 15. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaulo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
We welcome you back inside here at KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. Thanks for joining us tonight. EAC women's basketball action here on the EAC Athletics YouTube feed. Eastern leads 23-15 over Glendale. As we start the second quarter, Sky Miller throws it right in the hands of Salam, and Glendale gets it back. Into the hands of McIver, right side, down low to Salam. Drives around Montoya, throws it up over her head, doesn't go. Rebounded by Dade, who was on the line when she recovered it. It'll be a turnover back to Eastern. Eastern 15-0 overall, 8-0 in the ACCAC. 15 wins in a row to start a season is an all-time women's basketball record here at Eastern Arizona College. So is their ranking of number 10 in the country. Montoya with it down low, fouled on the way up by Salam, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the second on Salam, and the first team foul of the second quarter. Montoya to the line, 4 points for her in the first quarter. First trip to the foul line. That one is up and in. And Montoya will fire her second. That one rattles home as well. 6 points for her, 2 of 2 at the line, and a 10-point Monster lead, 25-15. 9.5 to play in the first half. McIver works against Miller into the front court, hands it off to Dade, right side to Uto. Uto now goes left to Dade. Dade is going to travel with the basketball. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona College.
Lineup for Glendale, number 33, Anna Hunter.
Hunter back into the Glendale lineup, replacing Salam. Eastern basketball, Santana brings it into the front court, left to right. Comes right, now on top to Miller. Miller comes right around a screen, gets into the lane, goes up strong, can't hit the shot. Montoya with the rebound. Her follow is strong and good. And a near steal by Miller. But McIver drives the length of the floor, runs into a fender, and the foul is going to be on Miller or Montoya? It's going to be on Sky Miller. And that'll be her first. That'll put McIver at the line to shoot 2.
Miller, that'll be her first, team's first.
McIver's been at the foul line several times already. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is her 10th and 11th free throw of the game already. And we're 8:46 to play in the first half. McIver back to the line for her second. That one is up and in. 27-16. Eastern by 11 with 8:42 to play in the first half. Santana works it against Lopez, out on top to Miller now. Miller back to Santana, drives the right baseline, cut off there in the lane to Chavez. Her fadeaway a little too hard around and off. Montoya with the rebound, and rebounded eventually by McIver after a steal. She'll go behind her back, loses the handle, chases it back down on top. Left side, wide open, Lopez for a 3. In and out, won't go. And Payway with the rebound for the Monsters on the far side. On top now to Santana. Santana to Chavez. Right side to Payway. She'll drive, cut off there, lobs it to Montoya on the block, and spins out. Rebounded out of bounds off of Chavez. It'll be Glendale basketball. 7:52 to play, first half, 27-16, Monsters on top. And McIver will walk it up for Glendale. Left side to Dade. Dade to Uto. Uto on top to McIver. McIver left side to Lopez for 3. Back iron, no. Rebounded by Hunter underneath for Glendale. She's going to take a jumper from the right baseline and bury it from about 15 feet. Just for 2. 27-18, Monsters on top. Santana with the ball, top of the key, left side to Miller. Miller to Chavez, left baseline. She'll dribble out of the corner on top to Santana. Santana cross court to Miller. Miller down low to Montoya, spins to the glass, leaves it short, and Hunter will pull down the rebound. Clears it to Uto, right side to McIver. Against Miller to the glass, and good. Just snuck in inside or over the rim and in. 27-20. Eastern's lead down to 7. 6:48 to play in the first half. Payway with the ball on top now to Santana. Left side to Miller. Miller into the corner to Payway. Payway drives, draws the double team, kicks it out to Miller. Miller keeps coming left baseline, and then she's fouled by Uto, who kind of got caught out of position. the foul on Uto. Kelsey Uto will be her first. Third team foul. I'll check that second. Sorensen and Bolden back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Miller and Montoya. Bolden will inbound, baseline left for the Monsters, 20 on the shot clock and a 7-point lead. Tries to get it to the near quarter to Santana, but Dade pokes it away. That's the second time the Monsters have run that inbound play from the far side, and Dade's been able to poke it away on the baseline on the entry pass. Bolden to inbound, baseline right. In on top to Payway. She'll go left around a Sorensen screen. Finds some room, kicks it to Bolden in the right corner. She'll drive left to Payway. She'll come right to in the lane. Scoop shot is on the way, can't hit. Chavez with the rebound, loses it on the way down, and a foul called against the Monsters on the scramble. The foul will go on Elva Chavez. That is her second. And the second team foul. Glendale basketball after the foul. 6:16 to play first half, 27-20. McIver will work against Bolden into the front court around a Dade screen. Can't find much room. She'll swing it to Dade. Dade against Chavez in space out on top. Left side to Uto. Uto drives through the lane, right side to Lopez. Lopez comes left against Payway into the lane. Cut her off there. Hands it off to Uto. 5 to shoot. Out to McIver. 3 to shoot. McIver lets it go, heaves it, hits the rim, but can't go in. And a foul called on Elva Chavez, who had hooked the defender. That'll be her third and the third team foul. It'll stay with Glendale, baseline left with 20 on the shot clock. Uto will inbound, baseline left. In left side to Lopez. Lopez drives on Bolden left baseline. Cut off there, gets into the lane, picks up her dribble with 14 to shoot. Backdoor to Dade, into the lane, right side to Uto now. To Hunter in the lane, poked away by Sorensen, and foul committed by Glendale. The foul will go on 33, Hunter, her second. Third team foul, and it will be Eastern basketball backcourt left. Chavez will inbound. Into Santana. Eastern with very international feel to the lineup right now. New Zealand, Mexico, and Brazil on the floor. Chavez with the ball in the lane. Runs into a defender, finds Payway though, who can't hit the short jumper. Rebounded by Bolden, and she can put it back up and in for Tierra Bolden. 29-20 Monsters, 5 minutes to play in the first half. McIver works against Bolden in the backcourt. It's around her, hands it off to Uto, on top to Dade, left side to Lopez. Lopez on top to McIver. She'll go left against Bolden, gets into the lane, scoop shot is good for Lauren McIver. 15 of her team's 22 points for McIver, 29-22. Eastern on top by 7 with 4.5 to play in the first half. Santana with the basketball, near side to Payway. Right side to Chavez. She's going to take a long jumper that's partially blocked, picked up by Bolden. Can't hit the follow, but Sorensen does, and she does something very important. Kept the ball above her head on the putback. Kept it out of the reach of everybody else on the floor, 31-22. Monsters on top. McIver into the front court. Hands it off to Dade. Goes right around a screen to Uto. Uto drives right baseline on Santana, and a foul on the way up called on Vittoria Santana. That'll be her third. Fourth team foul. Sky Miller will check back into the lineup for Santana. Into the Glendale lineup, number 12, Maya Cobb, and number 15, Kiliani Uto. And at the line, number 24, Kelsey Uto for the Gauchos. Her free throw is around and out, no good. Gauchos have got to the free throw line many times tonight, have only converted on 5 of them so far, and that still stays true as Uto's is in and out. Sorensen with the rebound. Off to Payway. She'll wait for the rest of the Monsters into the front court to Miller. To Sorensen. Elbow jumper, in and out, no good. Yuto with the rebound. Long outlet pass stolen away by Sky Miller. Miller pushes it up to Chavez. Right side, steps through. Chavez, good for Elva Chavez. 33-22, Monsters by 11. Yuto into the front court on the right angle. On top, not a Cobb. Cobb swings it around to Lopez left side. In the lane to Yuto. Kicks it out to Hunter. Long jumper on the way and good. Just a two-pointer. She's hit 2 long jumpers, though, 1 from each corner. 33-24 Monsters. 3:13 to play in the first half. Payway, right side to Miller. Miller on top to Payway. Left side to Bolden. Bolden going to try a 3. Left angle, good for Tiara Bolden. 36-24, Monsters on top by 12. 2:55 to play in the first half. Yuto with it, swings around to Cobb, left side. Gets a screen from Yuto, now steps back for the jumper, good for Cobb from the left side. 36-27, Monsters on top by 9, 2.5 to play in the first half. Payway with the basketball. Swings it to Bolden, left side, tries to catch it one-handed, she cannot, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover back to the Gauchos. Into the Gaucho lineup, number 32, Mahala Long, and number 1, Riyama Salam. Be Glendale basketball, 2:27 to play first half, 36-27, Monsters on top. Lopez with the basketball on top now to Long. Long goes left on the dribble into the corner to Yuto. Fires the 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Miller for the Monsters. She'll bring it into the front court near side to Bolden. Bolden on top to Miller. Miller to Payway. Payway backs it out between the circles. Now goes left off to Chavez with 14 to shoot. Right side to Bolden. Down low to Sorensen. Catches left-handed in the lane and doesn't hit. Taps and says, hey, that's my fault. Turnover back to the Gauchos with 1:50 to play in the first half. Yuto will work it up against Miller in the backcourt. Goes left on the dribble, gets past Miller into the lane, and is fouled on the way up. The foul will be on Tiara Bolden. That'll be her 3rd as well. Eastern is in some foul trouble. That's 3 on Bolden, 3 on Santana, and 3 on Chavez, and 2 on Cassidy Dixon. Yuto's first free throw is in and out, no good. Free throws have been the difference, and Eastern has sent Glendale to the line over 20 times in the first half. Second one by Yuto was good, but only the 6th make for the Gauchos from the foul line. 36-28, Eastern on top. Payway into the front court, left side. Now to Miller. Miller comes right. Top of the key to Payway. Gets a screen from Sorensen, goes left with it to Miller. Miller drives, and they're going to call her with a travel as she got going. 6 for 16 for the Gauchos from the free throw line in the first half. And Eastern's only been to the foul line 5 times. They are a perfect 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. It'll be Glendale basketball, backcourt right. Cobb gets it in to Yuto. 1:18 to play first half. Yuto around a screen, top of the key. Swings it to Lopez. She'll drive, gets into the lane, fouled by Payway on the way up.
Number 4.
That'll be her first.
That'll be her first. To the line, shooting 2. Lopez.
Lopez to the line for the Gauchos, the sophomore from Buckeye. That one is good for her. Her first point of the ball game makes it 36-29. Eastern on top, 72 seconds to play in the first half. Second one is good as well. 36-30, Monsters by 6 with just over a minute to play in the first half. Chavez sprints it into the front court, on top to Payway. in the lane to Bolden. Can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds off of Glendale with 18 on the shot clock. Eastern will inbound deep in the far corner. Bolden will inbound for Eastern. In to Payway. 17 to shoot, under a minute to play. To Miller near side. Miller, crossover, goes left, gets into the lane. Floater too hard. Rebound is loose, and then a foul called on Miller. And that'll be her second. Eastern has 5 team fouls. That'll put Glendale at the line to shoot 2.
Miller, that'll be her second. Over the foul limit.
Go all the way down to the other end of the floor.
Number 12, Maya Cobb.
Maya Cobb will head to the line to shoot 2 for the Gauchos. I think just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Gauchos have made 8 field goals in the first half and 6 free throws out of 17 attempts. It's been obviously Eastern still winning 36-30, but it has been a bit of a struggle for them so far. Second free throw by Cobb is up and in. 36-31, Monsters by 5 with 47 seconds to play in the first half. Payway into the front court, right side to Miller. In the lane to Sorensen, reverses it to Bolden. Thinks about the 3, reverses it right side to Miller. Back to Bolden. She'll take the 3 this time. Back iron, no good. Sorensen with the rebound. Out to Chavez, to Payway. 16 to shoot, 25 to play. Left side to Miller. Miller loses the handle. Chased down by Payway. Payway double teamed with 6 to shoot. She'll fire the 3, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Payway on the push-off. That'll be her second. And a turnover back to the Gauchos. Sky Miller, the sophomore, gathering her team at midcourt. And says, hey, we got to pick it up. 13.2 to play in the first half. Eastern by 5 with 12 seconds to play. McIver with it. Glendale will have the final shot. She'll go left, works against Payway. Around a screen, top of the key with 4. McIver goes left against Payway. Turn around at the buzzer from 15, won't go. And that's the way the first half comes to an end. The score, Eastern 36 and Glendale 31. We'll be back for the halftime report coming up right after this. Inside KATO Gymnasium at halftime, Eastern leads Glendale 36-31. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. First for Glendale, Clarissa Lopez with 2, 15 for Lauren McIver, 4 for Maya Cobb, 3 for Kayleani Uto, 1 for Kelsey Uto, and 4 for Anna Hunter. For the Gila Monsters, 7 points and 2 rebounds for Tiara Bolden, 10 points and 4 rebounds for Sky Miller, 3 points for Victoria Santana, 4 points for Elva Chavez, 8 points and 5 rebounds for Shalance Montoya, and 4 points and 4 rebounds for Gracie Sorensen. Foul troubles, though, for the Monsters. Tiara Bolden with 3 at halftime, 3 for Victoria Santana, 3 for Elva Chavez. Payway with 2, Miller with 2, and Cassidy Dixon with 2 in the first half. Monsters still lead, though, 36-31. We're joined here courtside by Eastern Arizona College men's basketball coach Cam Turner. And Coach, you were able to pick up a second win this week, and that your game had a little bit of everything. Runs by both teams, matching shots for shots, but in the second half you guys came out, were the aggressor, and were able to pull away for that win.
Definitely the game was a tale of two halves. So, going into the game, big thing is we got to hang our hat and play defense, and we did not do that to my liking and whatnot. So I had to get a little animated there to kind of rattle some cages, and it worked. We went into halftime. What was it, down 3, and I kind of knew, seeing their eyes, that we were going to turn it around. Had to play a little bit different, had to play a little bit smaller, and it paid off.
No, it really did. It felt like right away you came out. DeRay Seamster scored 4 quick points. It gave you guys the lead back. It was back and forth for a little bit, but that gave you the momentum and confidence that just really stretch it out there in the next, say, 8 or 10 minutes.
Definitely. Dre is our jack of all trades, our Draymond Green. Bring up the ball, we'll post him up. He had 6 offensive rebounds. That's a big deal, getting our extra opportunities, and then he facilitated for us. We had 21 assists on 32 made shots. That's a big deal. That means we're sharing the ball as a team, and that's what we needed.
Yeah, definitely. And then down the stretch, it was really the size and strength of Theo Sang in the paint that he was able to get the ball low. He would take it from the free throw line and be able to get in there and finish.
Yeah, that was our thing. If we got him at the elbow, he had the ultimate freedom to drive or to create from there, because I trust him in making those plays. So
yeah, and he is able to do that. We've reached that part of the season. I mean, we tried to say the second half. It's not really the second half because, you haven't even made it first way through around the league yet. But this is the part of the season where, the freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. I mean, they played enough games. They've got enough experience. And some of those guys are going to have to step up big for you guys down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm feeling that, and I see it in practice with Noah Goalie and Talbot Camard. They really have turned the corner over Christmas break. I was talking with Talbot about that, hey, you're going to have a great second half, and that he has. He's done a lot of different things for us, and, they're going to do a lot more things. We got a big game on Saturday with Western. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and that is your next game. It'll be Saturday at 5:30 here at KATO Gymnasium. Western, they played Pima tonight. I didn't see a final score yet, though.
Western lost 90-96 to Pima.
So an up and down matchup, but that's how Pima likes to play. We've seen them once this year. So what's the key Saturday with the Matadors coming to town?
Most likely they'll probably zone us, and we just got to be patient and take the great shots that they're going to give us, and then we've got to block out their All-American that's going to St. John's, make sure he can't get the team's extra points, and then make sure we don't let Evan Butts. I think he's the engine that makes them go. Don't give him as many hard looks as possible.
Well, and then and luckily you get that one at home. I said when I got to the gym today, felt good not to be on a bus.
Yes. We've had a lot of road games in that first half of the year. I'm glad that we're going to have more home games in the second half while we wind down.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time and dropping by here at halftime.
Awesome. Thank you.
That is Eastern Arizona College men's head coach Cameron Turner. We'll take another break here on the halftime report. 36-31. Eastern leads Glendale at the break. We'll be back after this.
Monsters! Go Monsters! Go Monsters! Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Kalia Montoya. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hey Coach, you just saw the new Gila Hank. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it. It's fierce.
Hey guys, check it out, guys. I got the new Gila Hank here.
Really?
Check it out.
Oh wow, this new Gila Hank?
That's
so sick. That's amazing. That's fire.
He looks like he's ready to fight.
It's modern, it's new, you can do lots of different things with it. I love it.
Good morning, Janae.
Why are you offering you here?
I stopped by because I wanted to show you the new Gila Hank.
Looks like Godzilla. I love it. It's a great day to be a monster.
Oh, look at that. He's ultra modern.
Hey guys, I want to show you the new Gila Hank here. What do you think?
Fierce and modern.
Looks good. That's nice.
You look roofers.
Go Monsters!
Yeah, go Monsters.
Go Monsters!
Go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have for my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say goodbye to you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson, we need our thanks to Cam Turner for joining us here at halftime. His team picked up a big win over Glendale earlier tonight. The women's team looking to stay undefeated on the season, leading by 5, 36-31 at the break. Let's take a deeper dive into those halftime stats for Eastern. They shot 52.9%, but only took 17 shots in the first half. They were, actually I lied, Eastern shot 40% from the game, 52% in the first quarter, 27% in the second quarter, 50% from three and 100% from the foul line. For Glendale, 31% from the floor, just 42% from the foul line in the first half. Eastern outscored Glendale 23-15 in the first quarter. Glendale outscored Eastern 16-13 in the second. Eastern has put up 18 of their 36 in the paint. Glendale just 8. Last field goal, Eastern's last field goal of that first half came at the 3-minute and 6-second mark of the second quarter. But Glendale's came at 2:46, so it was a bit of a scoring dry spell to end that second quarter. Eastern's largest lead has been 12. That came at the 8:56 mark of the second quarter. And Glendale's largest lead was 2. That came way back at 4:58 of the first quarter. Rebounds, Eastern has out-rebounded Glendale 18-9. Eastern has turned the ball over 9 times, though, in the first half and committed 15 personal fouls. That it's going to have to change in the second half, and we have not seen the return of the Eastern women yet. And I'm sure that there is some very specific instructions being talked about in the halftime locker room here at Eastern Arizona College by head coach Angelica DePaulo. We'll take one more timeout here on the halftime show. When we come back, it will be time for second half action. Eastern leads Glendale 36-31. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, my name is Kalia Montoya. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Ready for third quarter action here at Eastern Arizona College. Glendale and Eastern. Eastern leads at 36-31 over the Gauchos. It will be Gaucho basketball to start the third quarter. With the ball left side, Anaya Dade out on top now to Lauren McIver. McIver goes right, finds some room, runs into Montoya, and a block by Montoya and a kicking violation on McIver. She grabbed the basketball with between both ankles and just said, "That's mine," but unfortunately, you only can use your hands in this sport. It'll be Eastern basketball. Elva Chavez into the front court. Tiara Bolden, left side, Cassidy Dixon, down low to Montoya. Double team comes to Chavez, to Bolden. Bolden drives, kicks it out to Sky Miller. She's gonna fire the three. Good for Sky Miller. It's a big shot for Eastern. That's a big way to start the third quarter for the Monsters. 39-31. Eastern on top. McIver brings it into the front court. Both teams starting the second half the same way they started the first with their starters. Lopez fires a three. Front iron won't go. Montoya with the rebound for the Monsters. Off to Bolden. I mentioned earlier in the first half that Coach DePaulo and Coach Carter, the head coaches for each of these teams, were on the same staff. It was at Upper Iowa where those two were on the same staff. Bolden on top to Miller, down low to Dixon. Dixon will drive, has some room. Scoop shot too hard, rebounded by Montoya, won't go. She gets it back a second time and puts it up and in. 41-31, and just like that, Monsters lead by double digits. Into the front court, Lopez with it. Back on top to Dade, swings it around to McIver. McIver down low to Rahima Salam. And over the head, trying to find Dade, and picked up by Bolden. She'll sprint it into the front court, top of the key. Near side to Miller. Miller to Dixon, left side. Dixon drives right, cross court to Bolden. Into the corner to Miller. Miller directing some traffic, dribbles it out of the corner on top to Dixon. Dixon comes left to Chavez, in the corner to Bolden, 9 to shoot. She drives down low to Montoya. Montoya spins, kicks it to Miller, and a 3-second violation called on Montoya in the paint. There'll be a turnover back to Glendale with 8:01 to play in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Monsters, 41-31. Into the front court, McIver with it. She'll fake the handoff, gets to the basket, can't hit the shot, but the rebound by Uto on the far side. She's double teamed there, and then we'll have a jump ball as Sky Miller reaches in for the tie-up. Alternating possession will give it back to Eastern. 7:44 to play, third quarter. Miller into Tiara Bolden. Back to Miller. Back to Bolden playing catch over the top of McIver. Back to Miller, right corner to Chavez. Chavez comes left on the dribble, on top to Bolden now. Into the corner to Miller, down low to Montoya, catches against Salam, turns into the double team, and a foul will be called. Montoya will go to the line to shoot a couple. The foul will go on 24, Kelsey Uto. That'll be her second. And with the first team foul of the third quarter. And Montoya to the line to shoot a pair. 2 for 2 at the line for her this evening. First one is off the back iron, no good. Now Montoya will get one more at the line for the Monsters. That one rolls in for Shalance Montoya. 42-31, Monsters by 11. A steal by Bolden on the long pass. She's going to try to take it coast to coast. And she is hammered and one for Tiara Bolden. Steele goes coast to coast and puts it up and in. The foul will go on 5. Lauren McIver, her second. Timeout, Gauchos. 7:15 to play in the third, and the Monsters have the spark they were looking for. They lead it by 13. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaulo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
When we come back to live action, Tiara Bolden will be at the foul line for the Monsters. 7:15 to play. Eastern in the third quarter. Eastern has outscored Glendale 8-0 to start the third quarter. Bolden at the line. Free throw off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by McIver. She'll sprint it into the front court. 3 ball on the way. That's short. Dade tries to one-hand rebound it, and she cannot reach there. And it'll be a turnover back to Eastern. 7:04 to play in the third quarter. This is the largest lead of the ball game for Eastern at 13. Bolden sprints it up against McIver, right side. Now spins it to the near side to Dixon. Dixon down low to Chavez. Back to Dixon. Dixon drives, gets into the lane, kicks it to Miller, sets her feet for 3. Good for Sky Miller. Dribble, drive, dish, bang. 47-31. Eastern on top, 6.5 to play the third quarter. On top, McIver with it. She tries to answer back with the 3 that's short, rebounded by Salam. Her follow is too hard over the rim. Into the hands of Bolden. Bolden will dribble right-handed, gets all the way to the glass and can't hit the shot, but she's fouled again. She almost got that to spin in. The foul will go on 1. Rima Salam, that'll be her third. To the line to shoot a pair will be Bolden. 6:21 to play in the third. Eastern now by 16. Make it 17 as Bolden hits the first. 9 points for her tonight. Check that, 10 points for her. Now makes it 11 as she hits the second. 49-31, Monsters lead. 6:15 to play in the third. McIver into the front court, on top to Lopez, fires the three, front iron, no. Rebounded by Dade, and she's fouled on a reach-in. The foul will go on 25, Shalance Montoya, her first. Into Uto into Lopez. On top to McIver, back to Uto, back to McIver. She'll go left around a Dade screen, reverses it with 10 to shoot, hands it off to Uto. Uto tries to shovel it into Salam, poked away and stolen by Bolden. Bolden on the run, right side to Chavez. Chavez, baseball pass to Miller, left side to Bolden. Back to Miller, down low to Montoya. She's double teamed, spins in the lane, can't hit the shot, and Salam will clear. Off to McIver. McIver drives, cut off, right side to Uto. She'll go left on the dribble to Lopez. She curls, spot from 15, and she's fouled by Tiara Bolden on the way up. That'll be the fourth on Tiara Bolden. Into the Eastern Arizona lineup will be number 44, Gracie Sorensen, and number 4, Elena Payway. Into the Glendale lineup, 15, Kaliani Uto, and number 12, Maya Cobb. Lopez at the line. First free throw is good. 49-32 Monsters, 5:22 to play in the third. Second one rims out, no good for Lopez, and pulled down by Chavez. She's hassled, gets it off to Payway. Payway trapped on the near side, and a timeout called by Eastern. 5:12 to play in the third. Monsters by 17, 49-32 over Glendale. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Hello, my name is Noah Goey. I'm from Oregon. I'm studying business, and come see the team take on AZ Western at 5:30 p.m. February 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Kalia Montoya. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Here at Eastern Arizona College, Monster basketball front court left, 17-point lead over Glendale. They led by just 4 at halftime, but they have exploded here in the third quarter. They've held Glendale to just 1 free throw. Steal on the entry pass to Sorensen, picked up by Cobb. Right side, stolen away by Payway and out of bounds. Nice defense, nice hustle there by Payway. It'll be Glendale basketball. Baseline right, Cobb to inbound. Into the right corner to Lopez. Lopez drives right baseline, cut off there, dribbles through, kicks it to Cobb in the left corner for a 3, back iron too hard. Dixon with the rebound, and she's fouled as she's trying to pull it down. The foul will go on 10, Anaya Dade. That'll be her first. Fourth team foul. It'll be Eastern basketball. Length of the floor, Dixon with it, pushes it into the front court. She's going to try to go coast to coast, but leaves it for Sorensen, who has it poked away by Uto. Into the front court, right side. Lopez for 3, good, as she rattles it home from the right side in front of her bench. 4.5 to play, third quarter, 49-35, Eastern on top. Chavez into the front court to Dixon. Dixon gets a screen, goes left, fade away off the left foot is good for Cassidy Dixon. 51-35 Monsters, 4:13 to play in the third. Lopez into the front court, on top now to Dade, swings it around to Uto, left side. On top to Cobb, Cobb against Miller. Back to Uto, she's gonna shoot a long 3, back iron no. Rebounded by Dixon for the Monsters. Into the hands of Payway. Poked away, but picked up by Payway in the backcourt. On top to Dixon, 17 to shoot. Right side to Chavez. Chavez works against Dade, spins in the lane. Nowhere to go, finds Dixon outside. Dixon loses the handle. She's double teamed out to Payway. She'll fire a three. Good for Alana Payway from the left corner. 54-35. Monsters have hit the go button here in the third quarter. 3:15 to play in the third. Monsters by 19. Dade with the basketball left side against Chavez. Cut off there. Swings it out to Cobb. Cobb with 13 to shoot. Swings it to Yuto. Near side for a three. Front iron, no. Chavez rips down the rebound. Out to Miller on the run. Right side. Miller crossover. Runs over a defender. Puts it up and in. Cobb tried to draw the charge, but she just wasn't there in time. And Miller put it up and in. 56-35. Monsters on top. Dade with the ball. Left side to Lopez. Lopez tries to find Dade slipping towards the basket. Too far out ahead of her, and a turnover back to Eastern. Kelsey Yuto back into the Glendale lineup, along with number 4, Lorena Corrales. Victoria Santana back into the Eastern lineup as well, replacing Sky Miller. 2:37 to play in the third. Eastern up 56-35. Payway runs the point. Off to Chavez, middle of the floor to Santana. Santana comes left around Sorensen, and an illegal screen called at the top of the key against Gracie Sorensen. That'll be her first. It'll be Glendale basketball. 2:27 to play in the third. Eastern leading 56-35. Glendale basketball. McIver. We're working into the front court. On top now to Yuto. She fires a three. Buries it from the top of the key for Kelsey Yuto. 56-38 Monsters. Chavez gives it to Santana into the front court. Top of the key around a Sorensen screen. Left side to Payway. Payway drives the lane. Finds Sorensen in the paint, and she turns it up and in for Gracie Sorensen. Monsters lead 58-38. Blocked by Sorensen the other way. Picked up into the hands of Payway. And the officials want to put 26 on the shot clock. And so they will give Eastern the basketball front court right. Monsters lead by 20 with 1:44 to play in the third. Santana to inbound. In on top to Sorensen, left side to Chavez. Chavez goes right on the dribble. Swings it right side to Santana. She'll drive on Yuto, now steps back, long jumper on the way, that won't go. And rebounded out of bounds off of Cobb. It will stay with the Monsters with 20 on the shot clock. 1:27 to play in the third. Monsters in control after a good third quarter. Dixon will inbound, baseline right, into Elva Chavez. He flashes to the basket and scores. 60-38, Monsters on top, 1:20 to play in the third. Cobb with it, on top now to Corrales. Swings around left side to McIver, and a foul called on Eastern. Number 10, Victoria Santana. That'll be her fourth as she pushed her way through a screen on the near side. It will be Glendale basketball. Front court right, Cobb to inbound. In on top, stolen away by Dixon. She is on the run, left-handed to the glass, and score. 62-38 Monsters with a minute to play in the third quarter. What an explosion in the third quarter. Whatever Coach DePaulo said at halftime, it worked. Corrales into the front court. Hands it off to McIver. She'll go left, down low to Salam. She's short on the layup. Rebound is loose. Picked up by whom? Everybody will have a jump ball.
Jump ball possession, Glendale.
Alternating possession will leave it with Glendale. Sky Miller checking back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Victoria Santana. It will be Glendale basketball, baseline right. Yuto will inbound. Lobs it in to McIver in the paint. Loses the defender, puts up a short jumper, that won't go, and a rebounding foul over the top called on Salam. That'll be her. Oh, check that, number 4, Corrales. Her first. Into the Glendale lineup, 33, and a Hunter. Eastern will inbound, length of the floor, and that's a traveling violation called against Eastern Arizona College, as Chavez was not allowed to move from that spot, and she took 2 steps on the inbound. It'll be a turnover back to Glendale. Yuto to inbound with 30 on the shot clock, 40 to play in the third quarter. In near side to Corrales. Corrales hands it off to Yuto. And a traveling violation called against Yuto as she couldn't keep her balance in front of the bench. Coach Carter tried to call a timeout before the traveling violation, but the officials did not give it to him. Miller to inbound, into Dixon. Dixon brings it into the front court, gets around Corrales, leaves it down low for Sorensen, who lays it up and in. Dixon did a nice job getting into the lane, drawing the defense, and just finding Sorensen wide open, 64-38. McIver into the front court, down low to Hunter, and a foul called on Sorensen. A little bit too aggressive on the defense. That'll be her second. That's the 5th team foul, so that will put Glendale at the line, and a Hunter, the freshman center, to the line for the Gauchos. She'll get 2. First free throw off the heel of the rim, no good. She'll get 1 more. Fires that one. That one's in and out, no good. McIver with the rebound. Drives the baseline, gets around Miller, and spins it up and in. 8 seconds to play in the third. Miller pushes. Left side, dribbles through a double team, gets to the glass, gives it off to Sorensen, who can't hit at the buzzer. Chavez is too late on the putback, and at the end of the third quarter, it's Eastern 64, Glendale 40. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this timeout.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word: it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have, my team, is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say goodbye to you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside here at KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. As we reach the fourth quarter, 10 minutes left in this one. Monsters by 24. They held Glendale to just 9 points in the third quarter. That's the big quarter they needed. It will be Monster basketball to start the fourth quarter. Into Alana Payway. She's double teamed way out on top. Now she'll go left on the dribble. In the lane to Sorensen, works against Hunter. Backs her down left-handed, off the glass and good. Nice move for Gracie Sorensen. Catch it, goes across the lane, left-handed, and lays it up and in. 66-40, Monsters on top. Dade with the ball, top of the key for the Gauchos. Left side to McIver. McIver drives on Dixon, cut off there, and poked away by Chavez. Here come the Monsters on the run, Payway with it. Leaves it down low to Chavez. Fadeaway 8-footer is short. Rebounded by Hunter. Down low for Glendale. She'll leave it for McIver, who walks it into the front court for the Gauchos. On top to Dade. Left side to Yuto. Yuto down low On the baseline to Lopez. Lopez has her pocket picked by Chavez. Into the front court. Chavez on top to Payway. Payway around to Sorensen screen, right side. Now to a crashing Sorensen in the lane. A little 5-foot jumper for Gracie Sorensen. 12 points for Sorensen tonight. Utah with the ball left side on top to McIver for the Gauchos. Left side, Lopez thinks about a three, now drives on Payway. And a whistle and a foul called on Eastern's Payway. That'll be her third. First team foul in the fourth quarter for the Monsters. Into the Gaucho lineup, number 4, Lorena Corrales. Gauchos to inbound baseline left. Utah with it. Into Lopez, left corner for three, and she's got it. She found herself free at the corner on the inbound pass, makes it 68-43 Monsters with 8:16 to play. Payway into the front court, around a Sorensen screen. She'll put up a floater in the lane, and will be a turnover back to the Gauchos. .808 to play in the ball game. 68-43. Monsters on top. Corrales with the ball on top to McIver. McIver lets it go, and she buries a three from the right side. 68-46. Monsters on top. Miller into the front court. Hands it off to Dixon. Dixon goes right around the horn, gets into the lane, kicks it to Payway right side for a three. In and out and in for Alana Payway. Finds it from the corner. 71-46 Monsters. Utah can't hang on to it back the other way. Turnover to Miller. Miller up to Dixon. Dixon to the glass, left-handed, no good. But she'll be fouled on the way up, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. And Dixon a little bit shaken up. The foul on McIver is her third. That'll put Cassidy Dixon at the line to shoot a pair for the Monsters. 7:24 to play in the ball game. 71-46. Eastern on top. Dixon with 3 points tonight for the Monsters. Her first one is around and off, no good. Quick check of our stats. 4 points for Cassidy Dixon. In and out, no good on the second as well. And Hunter with the rebound for the Gauchos. Off to Lopez. Lopez pushes it up the right side, drives the baseline against Payway. Kicks it in the corner. Corrales for a three. Good. 71-49. Monsters with 7 minutes to play. Dixon into the front court. She'll drive the lane. Kicks it right side to Payway. Payway, step back from the three from the corner. That's short. And Hunter with the rebound for the Gauchos. Off to Corrales. She'll sprint it into the front court. On top to McIver. McIver will back it out near the time stripe. Set up a set play with 15 to shoot. Hands it off to Utah. Near side to Corrales. Corrales goes left on Chavez. On top to Utah. 6 to shoot. Right side to Hunter. Hunter against Sorensen. Spins in the lane. Blocked by Gracie on the way up. Into the hands of Chavez. Chavez. Near side to Dixon. Dixon to Miller. Back to Dixon. Down low to Sorensen, and she loses it on the way up. She had great positioning down low. She just a little bit too quick. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup. Number 21, Rihanna Richardson, a 6-foot freshman from Eugene, Oregon, making her first appearance of the night. And Tiara Bolden back into the Monster lineup. Gaucho basketball, Eastern leading 71-49 with 6 minutes to play. McIver into the front court, right side, on top to Lopez. She drives, runs into Richardson, and a foul going to be called on Richardson.
Foul on number 21, Richardson. That'll be her first.
That'll be the first on Richardson, and Coach DePaulo not a fan of that call. To the line, Clarissa Lopez for the Gauchos. First one is good by Lopez. She'll get another. That one on the way, rattles in and out, no good. Richardson with the rebound for the Monsters. Into the hands of Miller. Miller works it up against Lopez, top of the key. Down low to Richardson. She'll reverse it near side to Chavez. Chavez pulls up from 8, around and off, no good. McIver with the rebound for the Gauchos. 5:40 to play, Monsters by 21. Uto for 3, good. That's like 4 threes they've made in the fourth quarter. And 71-53, Eastern on top. Miller with the ball left side to a cutting Bolden down low. Cross court to Chavez, who catches. Reverse layup is good for Elva Chavez. 5:15 to play, Eastern by 20. Monsters have really stretched it out here in the second half. The third quarter was key. McIver with the ball into the front court, left side to Uto. Uto comes right around the top of the key. Ball screen, right side to Mahala Long, who's into the game. Spins on the right block and puts it up and in for the Gouters. Bolden will walk the basketball into the front court. Working against Lopez, out on top, right side to Miller, in the lane to Dixon. She finds some free room and spins it home. Had to use all of the rim, but got it up and in. McIver pushes it into the front court. Step back 3 on the way is short, rebounded by Corrales. Corrales right corner to Lopez. She'll fire a 3. That's no good. And Bolden will pull down the rebound off to Miller. 2-on-1 into the lane to Cassidy Dixon. Uses the left hand. That won't go. And she can't corral the rebound. It'll go out of bounds. Into the Gaucho lineup, number 12, Maya Cobb, and number 15, Uto. Replacing Uto and McIver. It'll be Gaucho basketball, left to right, length of the floor. Uto will bring it into the front court, left to right. Near side to Long. Long on top to Lopez. She'll catch and shoot the long 3. Good. Glendale not going away quietly. They've made 5 threes in the fourth quarter. 75-58, Monsters on top. Chavez with it, right side to Dixon. Dixon cross court to Bolden. Bolden goes right, on top to Miller. Back to Bolden. She's going to try a 3 of her own. That's around and off, no good. Rebounded by Dixon. Dixon in the lane to Chavez. Spins, lefty, and they're going to call her for traveling. Be a turnover back to Glendale. 3:27 to play in the ball game. 75-58. Monsters trying to move to 16-0 and improve on their number 10 ranking in the country. Corrales with the ball left side, comes right on the dribble, works against Chavez out on front. Left side to Lopez. Lopez around the Corrales screen, drives into the lane, kicks it to Uto, right side for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Corrales. Her follow won't go, and Richardson will clear the rebound for the Gila Monsters. Off to Bolden. Bolden up to Dixon in the left corner. Nearly loses it. Finds Richardson. Richardson drives, throws up a floater, and it's good for Rihanna Richardson. 77-58 Monsters, 2:42 to play, and a hand check foul called against Cassidy Dixon on the way up. That'll be her third team foul of the fourth quarter. Montoya and Santana back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Richardson and Bolden. Glendale basketball at midcourt into Uto. Uto will come right on the dribble, now on top to Corrales, around to Cobb. Cobb back to Uto. Uto down low to Long. Long faces the basket, now to Uto. Uto drives right side. Nearly stolen away by Santana, but she can't hang on to it. And with 9 on the shot clock, Glendale inbound, front court right. Cobb will inbound. On top to Long, back to Cobb. Cobb goes right, all the way to the baseline to Uto. Blocked by Eastern, into the hands of Cobb at the buzzer. Count it on the shot clock buzzer. Cobb kept working towards the basket, and she put it up and in just before the shot clock expired. 77-60, Monsters lead with 2 minutes to play. Montoya down low, kicks it out to Miller. Right corner to Montoya, to Santana, into Chavez in the lane. Can't hit the jumper, rebounded by Montoya and puts it back up and in. Off the left side. 79-60, Monsters lead, 98 seconds to play. Cobb into the front court, in the lane, stolen away by Chavez. Into the hands of Santana for Eastern. Left side to Montoya. Down low to Santana. Santana in the lane to a cutting Chavez. She'll bring it back out to Dixon. Dixon drives in the lane, and a reach-in foul called against the Gauchos on 20. Kylie Krebs, her first, into the Eastern Arizona College lineup. Number 3, Mia Carter. And number 21, Rihanna Richardson. And number 12, Audrey Pace into the lineup. Dixon will inbound baseline left for the Monsters with 20 on the shot clock. Dixon has it. Into Santana, left side for a 3, can't hit. Richardson tries to keep it alive, but Long will pull it down into the hand of Cobb. Cobb sprints it into the front court, right side to Corrales. Long two-point jumper is short. Rihanna rebounds, Richardson with the rebound. Off to Santana, 1 minute to play. Monsters by 19. Left side to Pace, into the corner. Timeout called by Eastern, just a substitution timeout. As into the lineup for Eastern, number 20, Olivia Lunt, 6'1" freshman from Thatcher. So on the floor for Eastern, Mia Carter, Aubrey Pace, Olivia Lunt, Victoria Santana, and Rihanna Richardson. It'll be Eastern basketball deep in the corner. Mia Carter will inbound. Slaps the basketball, gets it into Pace, top of the key. Around to Santana. Santana down low to Richardson, poked away, but Cobb can't hang on to it, and she hits the deck hard, slides all the way out into the lobby, and she appears to be okay. 47 seconds to play, 20 to shoot for the Monsters. And they're going to put 15 on the shot clock. And Carter will inbound, baseline right for the Monsters. Gets it into Santana, right side. She'll get it down low to Richardson. Richardson out to Carter. Extra pass to Pace. Left side for a 3. Over the rim too hard. Rebounded by Santana. Down low to Lunt in the lane. And Lunt is going to be tied up down low by Krebs. Alternating possession will give it back to Glendale with 35 seconds to play. Glendale basketball, length of the floor. Cobb with it. Nearly stolen away by Carter. Cobb has it in the backcourt to Uto, and a timeout called by Glendale. 28.6 seconds to play in the ball game. 79-60. Eastern on top. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Hello, my name is Noah Goalie. I'm from Oregon. I'm studying business, and come see the team take on AZ Western at 5:30 p.m. January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Kalia Montoya. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Glendale basketball after the timeout. 28.6 seconds to play, 24 on the shot clock. Cobb will inbound. Tries to get it in, stolen away by Carter. Carter on the run, into the front court, goes to the glass, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. She got the steal, and she just put her head down. She was going coast to coast. Long with the foul, her second, and Mia Carter at the line, trying to pick up her first points of the contest. First one is back iron, no good for Carter. And now the second one by Carter. On the way and good for Mia Carter. She gets into the scorebook with 22 seconds to play and makes it a 20-point Eastern lead, 80-60. 18 seconds to play. Yuto pushes it into the front court against Carter. Around a long screen, right side, Yuto drives, blocked out of bounds by Richardson with 8.4 seconds to play. Glendale will inbound baseline right. Into Krebs in the right corner. Out on top to Corrales. Right side to Yuto. Fires the three. Short. Krebs with the rebound and can't get the shot off. And that is the final score. Eastern 80. Glendale 60. The Monsters move to 16-0 on the season. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to recap this one right after this. New Mexico, and I am studying education. Come see us take on Western at 7:30 on January 14th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hey Coach, you just saw the new Gila Hank. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it. It's fierce.
Hey guys, check it out, guys. I got the new Gila Hank here.
Really?
Check it out.
Oh wow, there's new Gila Hank.
Wow,
man. That's amazing. That's fire.
He looks like he's ready to fight.
It's modern, it's new, you can do lots of different things with it. I love it.
Good morning, Janae.
Why are you offering you here?
Well, I stopped by because I wanted to show you the new Gila Hank.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Godzilla. I love it. It's a great day to be a monster.
Oh, look at that. He's ultra modern.
Hey guys, I want to show you the new Gila Hank here. What do you think?
Fierce and modern.
Looks good.
That's nice. You look ruthless.
Go Monsters!
Yeah, go Monsters.
Go Monsters!
Go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Welcome back in for the final time tonight here at Eastern Arizona College. Monsters win by the final of 80-60 over Glendale Community College. Let's take a look at the numbers. First for Glendale, 13 points for Clarissa Lopez, 3 for Lorena Corrales, 20 points for Lauren McIver to lead the Gauchos, 2 points for Naya Dade, 6 points for Maya Cobb, 3 points for Kalyani Yuto, 7 points for Kelsey Yuto, 2 points for Mahala Long, and 4 points for Anna Hunter. For Eastern Arizona College tonight, 11 points and 3 rebounds for Tiara Bolden, 6 points and 2 rebounds for Alana Payway, 18 points and 4 rebounds for Sky Miller to lead the way, 3 points for Victoria Santana, 8 points and 5 rebounds for Elva Chavez, 2 points for Rihanna Richardson, 6 points and 5 rebounds for Cassidy Dixon, 13 points and 9 rebounds for Shalance Montoya, and 12 points and 4 rebounds for Gracie Sorensen tonight. Monsters move to 16-0. Their record-breaking season continues as they will host Arizona Western on Saturday at 7:30 here at Eastern Arizona College. Same location, same great YouTube channel. We'll be here again on Saturday night for that one. For Chip Griffin on the buttons, Bruce Warner on the video, and Amanda Patterson on stats. I'm Lee Patterson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Saturday. Stay safe. Good night.